The rock star is on stage and everybody expects a show. This is Jimmy Rollins on a player breakdown. One of the best offensive shortstops in the game. Hits it, the camera's on his face, and we got the hair popping, he's fly.
The reason that I feel LeBron is the GOAT is because during pressure times, he still makes the actual right decision versus what us fans and the public wants him to do. You know, and that's what separates, you know, him from Jordan and Kobe, where if you give Jordan and Kobe those Cavs teams, they wouldn't have made the playoff. They wouldn't have made it to the championship because Jordan would have just averaged 60 and said, the hell with it. This is Gilbert Arenas.
Arenas for three.
About to break down the king, one and only, LeBron James. What really made me fall in love with LeBron's play was, we're in the playoffs, it was game 5, 4 minutes left. And I picked up something in what he did. It kind of changed the series. He was playing decoy, and you know, we thinking our game plan is shutting them down. And then he looks over at the bench and then gives them the nod. And the nod ended up subbing Ilgauskas out. We subbed out Brendan Haywood. And when Brendan Haywood subbed out, LeBron James attacked that basket.
Once again, James on a post-up, up fake.
But why I fall in love with it is, he decoyed to give everybody else a chance to get involved into the game before he took over. And I just thought that was just like special, because as soon as I got on the court, I didn't care who was on the court, I'm chucking.
Arenas from way downtown.
I'm shooting, I'm trying to be aggressive. Knowing that he needed these players throughout this game, he let them eat.
It's Taco Tuesday!
During moments of the game, while he took a back seat. It took the whole summer to understand what he was doing and realize that was brilliant. To decoy yourself, to get everybody involved, get everyone plays, then you take over, then decoy again, to decoy. Then I realized we never actually guarded this guy. When he wasn't scoring, it was him decoying. He could have scored 70 against us. He could score 70 against everybody else. So what ends up happening is, when you actually think you're guarding LeBron, you're actually not guarding LeBron. He's just in decoy mode, letting everybody else get a feel for the game. And that's when I was like, okay, I like this guy. From, you know, year 17, 18 to year 1, what set LeBron apart was, you know, his IQ, was his ability to adapt, ability to read. That's what we didn't understand when we was first matching up in the playoffs against him, how smart he really was. So there were times where we're leaving a certain guy open, knowing that no one in their right mind will pass it to him, which he would.
Good defense there by no look inside to Williams, and he let it in and he's fouled.
And the outcome was great. His film breakdown, where I'm watching him at home, I understood he understood the game very well, but I didn't understand and didn't realize then he's willing to sacrifice.
And right back in the hands of LeBron James. Here's your trap. They get it out of his hands. Hughes. Damon Jones puts it in.
Damon Jones didn't play game 5, nor game 6 comes in for the last, 20 seconds of the game. We're gonna leave Damon, he's not gonna pass to Damon Jones. Damon Jones hasn't shot the ball in 2 games, and he actually makes that pass, which shows that he believes in his teammates, which gives them the sense that we believe in ourselves too. Jordan would have just averaged 60 and said, the hell with it. He wouldn't have still gave the ball to J.R. Smith after J.R. Smith done did what J.R. Smith has done. But because he still believes in his teammates, they still believe in themselves too during crucial time. And that's what makes LeBron the GOAT. When you have a player like LeBron who comes into the game, who doesn't have the instincts of Jordan and Kobe, they're gonna take that last shot no matter what. We feel that if you're the best player, You're the star. You're compared to Jordan and Kobe. You should be Jordan and Kobe-like, which is not necessarily correct. Jordan and Kobe possessed something LeBron didn't have, which was a first step, which made them one-on-one players. LeBron came in as Magic Johnson, meaning his vision is his key. As someone who loved Michael Jordan and Kobe, we get mad and we want to knock him because he's using his vision when we allow them to use their one-on-one skill to finish plays. It's unfair to say you can use your one-on-one skills, but you can't use your gift. You can't use your vision. You can't see the open man. You're supposed to chuck the shot up, and if it goes in, we're gonna cheer you on. If you miss it, we're gonna say, he don't have it. No, this is what makes him great. The ability to see the open guy if he's not the open guy. Just like Jordan made himself the open guy. But we didn't knock him when he passed it to Steve Kerr. he didn't pass it to him knowing he was gonna make the shot. He passed it to it hoping he would make that
Set a screen, James goes the other way, drives down the lane, back out to Green. Green for three, off the mark, no good.
So you have Morris and Holt running off of AD for decoy, and then Anthony Davis, a down screen for LeBron coming up for the ball. Now you have LeBron and Jimmy Butler's guarding him. I'm pretty sure Danny Green was supposed to actually set a pick so Duncan Robinson can switch on him. So LeBron James has to react. Now, pause right now. Now, this is very important to viewers at home. I'm laughing because it's just a horrible look at this point. You have a corner shooter in Twin who has his hands on his knees. I don't know if he's tired. I don't know if he's I don't know what he's doing, but he's not actually ready to shoot. So when people at home are judging LeBron off of his decision, you have to look at it all as it plays out. You have the Twin, hands on his knees, not ready to shoot, can't pass at him. You have Crowder, who actually interrupts LeBron's shot here. So the fact that he actually digs for the ball kind of throws off LeBron's shot attempt. Now, I'm pretty sure if you're a LeBron fan, you've actually never seen LeBron go right and actually do a running. He's never done a floater. He's never really been a floating type of guy. So what ends up happening is the dig by Crowder kind of throws off of his rhythm. So if he would have actually took this shot, I'm pretty sure it would have been 12%, which the actual play now is back to Danny Green. So me saying that, I wouldn't have passed it, I wouldn't have, but I wouldn't have put myself in this situation in the first place. So for us to actually say what LeBron did is a bad decision, I would have took it. If you pause it right here and look at the pass he made. If Danny Green makes this shot, LeBron made the best decision that he could ever have made, which is the only decision he was supposed to make. He's watching film on top of film on top of film. What most people do in the playoffs, he does every single game. So he knows the ins and outs of all your plays, where you're supposed to be, where you don't supposed to be. When you try to trick him by calling a play, he's gonna pick up on it and say, that's not one of their plays, and tell you where you're supposed to be. I understood that when I was at his house watching him watch our play. And because I'm a gray area player, I knew, he's gonna know every single play supposed to be. So therefore, for us to, have a one-up on him, we have to go off script sometimes. If you don't understand the game and film and breakdown, you're gonna go into the game behind in LeBron's mind.
James on the drive.
Coming up next.
The man, the myth, the only LUKA. I love that name, LUKA.
Down to 8. Moves up from the takes it in. Hammers it home. Doncic throws down a sledgehammer.
I think what gives LUKA the edge and gave him the edge early is because he's been playing professional since 12, 13. So he's adapted his game around pros. The league he comes from, everyone's fundamentally sound. You get drafted to the big league where athleticism is the dominant source here. So I remember when he first said, it's easier here because everyone's athletic. No one has fundamentals here.
He splits the double team right down Main Street.
I knew there, like, oh man, he's about to eat.
Got it. They're in the corner, LUKA. Oh, man. How did he do it?
What's up? This is your man, Gilbert Arenas.
Arenas for three.
Breaking down the man, the myth, the only LUKA. I love that name, LUKA. I really fell in love with LUKA. I was watching him, when he was coming through the draft process, and I was like, man, the guy is too slow. I don't know how he's gonna get his shot off. And then I seen one live game, and I was like,
LUKA weeding on the defense. Back to the three-point line.
I messed up on that one. When it comes to, the Euro players coming in, they're all skilled. They all have an ability to adjust to the NBA game, but LUKA's just different. Sitting at 6'8", 6'9", being a point guard, being a shooter, having an understanding of fundamentals versus what raw athleticism is, possessing it all. Like, there's a reason that he is performing the way he is versus others in the past. He has the makeup that just makes him different, that makes him stand out. No matter if he was at the 1 or the 2, you can see when he was at the 2, he was very great. Then it's like, just give him the ball and let him go. And you can see, no matter what, at the 1, at the 2, his dominance still shows.
This is the pull-up. There's Dorian again. Oh, what a pass!
What makes LUKA stand out, LUKA's fundamental. He has that old, and I hate to say it, that old Duke fundamentally sound footwork, reaction, ability to create shots. I think that's what really sets him apart. That's what sets a lot of Euro players apart is, they learn fundamentals first. He's been playing professional since 12, 13. So he's done adapted his game around pros. What ends up happening is the league he comes from, everyone's fundamentally sound. You get drafted to the big league here in America where our athleticism kicks in so much that becomes the standout and we learn fundamentals later in our career if we ever actually do. And that's what separated Jordan from the rest too. Because Jordan understood that, for me to carry on, I need to understand fundamentals also. I need to learn what Bird has now before I start declining. So, when you see Jordan back to the basket, understanding the up and under, the fakes, all he's doing is watching what Bird was doing, and he said, I'm gonna add that to my game now. So at 40 years old, when he declined, he still's averaging 20 because he understood, I can just use my fundamental. Fundamental kills raw athleticism. And that's what is going on with LUKA now. Because, everyone they want to use their speed. They want to use their 46-inch vertical. They're gonna always be out of position on a player like him because he's smart enough to understand that being fundamentally sound is the most important key about sports. And the fact that he understood that because he was pro since 13 is giving him, his second year averaging 29, 30.
Doncic pulls up, three-pointer. Bang! Bang! It's good! Doncic wins the game at the buzzer!
And we're gonna start from the beginning, just for future coaches out there who's gonna be drawing out of bounds plays. The worst play you can design is this one, going upward towards the ball away from the rim. You got 3.7 seconds left and everything counts. So drawing a play where the guy is running up towards half court takes away seconds because now he has to stop his momentum to turn it back, to go back towards the rim. And that's what LUKA had to do here. So this is what makes LUKA very special, where he's already done processed this whole scene. He realizes he can't go left. He realizes he can't go full throttle right because someone is clogging the lane. So he shifts twice in this same possession. And, you know, for a guy that isn't fast and you sit and question, how does he get his shot off? He gets his shots off because the person who's sticking him is using his athleticism a little too much. And LUKA is using it against them. So knowing that Reggie Jackson is a little faster than him, a little more athletic, he's shifting, you know, Reggie to shift. He's making him go left, making him go right. And when you go too much, he crosses back over. By the time you can get back to him, he done hit you with the step back. And LUKA does what LUKA does, hit game winners.
Back to Doncic. Doncic pulls up, three-pointer. Bang! Bang! It's good!
You know, with a player like LUKA, because he also has great vision, and, you know, when you're sitting a bunch of shooters out there, you have to actually play him one-on-one, which goes to his advantage too, because he is a one-on-one player.
That's right here. Now it's LUKA. Deep three over four! LUKA magic!
You know, so the fact that you have all these shooting pieces on the court forces everyone to stay home, forces everyone to play straight up, which now you have the best offensive guy on Dallas going against the third best defender on the Clippers, which gives, you know, LUKA the advantage, which was, you know, bad switch for the Clippers. Great read by LUKA to understand that Reggie Jackson's gonna guard me and I don't have to worry about the other two defenders. Being down one, shooting three takes a lot of cojones. And I'm not even gonna lie. When you're down one and you have to make that, you have to be poised. When it's tie game, those game winners are goddamn easy. You know, worst case scenario, you're in overtime.
Down to four. Takes a glance with 3 to 2 for the winner.
You know, this right here, you miss this, it's game over. So the cojones for the step back at 34 feet, that's ballsy. But that tells what kind of player he is.
Capella switched on to LUKA. LUKA with the step back three. Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah!
You know, he's a guy who's willing to take and hit the big shot.
LUKA against LeBron. Step back three! Bullseye!
Coming up next.
The fact that it was vampires, the fact that it was a vampire union, the fact that it was Snoop involved, and the fact that I was able to get Dave Franco on my side, I said, hey, this is about to be crazy.
These are some of my favorite genres, comedy, horror, action, and I've been able to do a little bit of all of that in different films, but to be able to do it all in the same movie, it was a blast. Tell me about that, kicking that guy's head off with the TV.
Oh, that was crazy, because the dude is there. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, you know, they put the fake head and everything. I think that was a fake head. Or did he pass away that day?
We had that guy, one guy. We took out one guy.
Yeah, he passed away.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Hey, I'm Jamie Foxx.
I'm Dave Franco. We are both starring in Day Shift. It's the only movie about a pool cleaner who secretly kills vampires.
We're watching the trailer and talking about our action-packed, blood-soaked experiences on set. This is the Players Breakdown. You ready for this, Dave?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Let's get it. Day Shift is an interesting movie. I play a guy named Bud Jablonski. I'm a pool cleaner by day, but at night, I hunt vampires.
Vampires. They live amongst us.
I'm Dave Franco. I play Seth. He is a union rep at the Vampire Hunting Union. Yeah, he pairs up with this guy right here. This guy is the renegade. He breaks rules. I'm the nerd who comes along for the ride.
It's gonna be a hot one in Los Angeles. So what's on the agenda today?
That was a hot day too, and basically we were just trying to get all those shots. And now here's the thing, everybody's talking about this grandlady, this grandmother that they thought I just blasted her away.
Well, it's a moment where before you realize she's a vampire, it's like, oh, this movie's going so far that they're blowing old women away.
It's like, man, my boy's like, yo, man, you done shot Granny? I said, watch the rest of the clip. And in that part where you think it's the grandmother, but she's actually vampire. The fact that it was vampires, the fact that it was a vampire union, the fact that it was Snoop involved, and the fact that I was able to get Dave Franco on my side, I said, hey, this is about to be crazy.
These are some of my favorite genres, comedy, horror, action, and I've been able to do a little bit of all of that in different films, but to be able to do it all in the same movie, it was a blast.
My favorite technique is in the movie, and it has to do with a machete.
That was your favorite weapon to work with?
A magic machete, I like that.
What noise does a machete make? I like the hand-to-hand combat. I like getting in there. There's like a 1-2-3 punch to a lot of these kills, which make them really creative, and it's like you can tell our director really thought it out. I don't think I had a weapon. Did they give me a weapon at any point?
No,
I don't think I had a weapon.
You was just ripping people's arms off.
I was just ripping limbs off.
Vampire hunting is a business. Cut necks and cash your checks. Bud, he's a new man. One last chance.
This is your final warning.
Snoop's gun was crazy in that, man, and it was heavy.
This is a great question.
I could be Jimmy Buckets, Butler, at any point, and a splash of LeBron.
I grew up playing basketball a little bit. If we're talking like the game I played, like matching my game to someone else's game, gotta go John Stockton.
Oh!
I wasn't shooting
Perfect.
a ton. I was dishing it.
Johnny, yes!
That sequence that you see at the beginning of that clip, that's part of maybe the biggest fight scene in the movie. There's probably like 30, 40 vampires in that sequence. And we shot that over 5 days, and my character is completely freaking out that entire scene, and so it was truly just me for 5 straight days, like being fully pent up and just crazy anxiety and just screaming at the top of my lungs. So that was exhausting.
Vampires just tried to kill me. Now I just pissed my favorite
Hey, everybody pisses himself the first time.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you?
No, I didn't. But listen, you did.
Scene where I pee myself. It's a lot more complicated than you would think. So they rig a tube into my pants, and there's like literally a guy off screen like pumping fake pee through that tube. And the tricky part is that when the wetness starts to appear on the pants, you need it to be in a place that's believable, where it would be coming out of me.
Yes, going this way.
And I think we did a handful of takes to make sure the pee was coming out at the right placement, yeah.
That's funny.
I truly feel like that was the scene where I was like, oh, we're flying now.
Oh, yeah, because we were ad-libbing all of that.
Yeah.
And then, I stole a little bit from Denzel right there, too. That's a little deep. Yeah, of course. I didn't, but you did.
The absolute best. Jamiee, he's everything you want and more. He's so funny, he's so quick. The gift that he gave me on this movie was he just encouraged me to do my thing and just like push me to have fun. I would ask Jamiee like, hey, is it cool if I try something different here? And he quickly told me like, you don't even have to tell me, just do your thing, I'll follow you. And that's what we did for the whole movie, and it was just, every day we were just coming in and trying to make each other laugh.
I've always tracked Dave. I've always been trying to find him and a way to work with him. So finally I said, hey, I want to do the movie, but I'm not going to do it unless Dave Franco's in it, because this is perfect for him. And when he did get in it, man, it proved to be such the right thing. He would show up, man, with a bag. He just in his bag. Like this. He's like, yeah. You got He would hit me. Like anything I ad-lib, he would just all the way down to a squirrel noise. I was like, man, this dude, can't beat him.